exploratory, and I believe in being like health conscious. So like I like to think about what are the unhealthy sides of a hair fetish. Like first off, disclaimer, I don't have anything against men who have a hair fetish. If they enjoy long hair, or women that enjoy long hair, there's nothing wrong with that. I think long hair is beautiful, and there are benefits to liking long hair. And disclaimer, I don't think a hair fetish is worse than other types of fetishes that are like condoned and mainstream. Like look at the fitness industry. I would say people have a body dysmorphia fetish because, well, maybe more recently there's more idea about like having like a muscular slim thick look. Like I think the slim thick look actually is so much more attractive than like 20 years ago when women would say things like, oh my gosh, like I can't eat today because it's like a bank account and I already ate all my calories. Like there are some people that still are in those camps. Like there's certain mainstream body fetishes and looks that are just much more prevalent, that are much more acceptable. A lot of people like long hair. I would say long hair fetish is a little bit more niche. Like it's not going to be it's not going to be the complete part of the population. But there are people in the population that have a hair fetish, and it's really not bad. It can be healthy, but there is an unhealthy side to the hair fetish. And I had thought this for a long time, and I thought this when I saw men harassing women who cut their hair. Because, okay, some women want to cut their hair. Like, they just change their mind. And I would read comments like, oh my gosh, she threw her hair on the floor like it was trash. No, it's because you have a buzz cut, okay? And she just didn't want to have long hair anymore. I can't tell you why she changed her mind, but she changed her mind. And big deal on a stick, grow up, get over it. And I've seen this recently on Curly Penny's channel where she had long Penny, I think she's Penny Tolfer now. She had long curly hair, like, I don't know, waist length or something. And she cut her hair short because she wants to have short hair. And a lot of people like love nasty comments on her videos. And I've just been seeing that where there's either the hair cutting fetish where they have this nasty wanting to cut the hair fetish, or the people that want to trash people if they cut their hair. They don't know the story. Maybe some of it is a English in translation thing. I don't think so. But like some of the guys that would come to my channel, hi, how you doing? They would write things like, I hate girl haircut. And they seem to understand enough English, okay, that they would be able to comprehend that, hey, I still have long hair. I guess it's just not long enough for them, but it will be a guy with really short hair. And I thought I was going to stop talking about this, but I'm not done talking about it because, hey, on a stick, who are you following? Are you following the person or are you following the hair? I don't know. Like real people follow somebody. They're interested in what they're doing. It's not just like about one aspect of them you see. It's about everything. It's multifaceted. Like, are you strong enough that you can be multifaceted, or are you just a baby that like is stuck in one modality? And lately, I've just been kind of coming to terms with people that are so selfish on a stick. I don't have time for your selfish behavior. And if you're selfish, I'm going to like call you out on it. Because I think in the past I would always kind of be like, oh, like, that's okay. I give people a free pass. But no, it's not okay to go to anybody's channel and say, I hate something. Get lost. Bye. That's the unhealthy aspect of your hair fetish. Because you thought it was okay to write that on somebody's video. Look, I'm growing my hair out again because I want to. But I'm going to tell you right now, some people cut their hair because they want to and they don't want to grow it back, and leave them alone. We don't care. Maybe I put myself out there more by saying, hey, like explaining why I cut my hair. I didn't have to do that. I said that. I said it's because I don't like curated internet. I really don't. I still think curated social media is one of the most unhealthy aspects of social media. I think that's one reason a lot of people stop posting as much on social media, or they stop posting as much on YouTube because people are all like, I need an upload schedule. I need to have like this really slick operation so it looks like a TV production. I never aspired to look like a TV production. Do I have a TV crew here? I have a laptop. Okay? Sometimes I do OBS. I've actually been making some more edited videos lately. But if I edit a video, sometimes people don't even notice, okay? The video that might get the most views might be a short that I post on YouTube with my iPhone 11, as opposed to going on my laptop or my computer and using the video editing software. So, like, I feel like people are just so like, oh my gosh, I can only post something if it looks perfect. And it's a kind of OCD that I don't subscribe to. I look, I feel that way about art projects. Like, I'm very picky about art projects. Like, I get people have OCD about certain things, but I would like to see more people or hear more people say that they could post to YouTube the way that they post to Instagram. I don't understand this obsession with having this beautifully curated, like, material be on YouTube. Why is YouTube different than Instagram? It really isn't. It's a platform. Back in the day, people used to post everything on YouTube, but all of a sudden we got so weird about it. We started thinking, oh my gosh, if it's not super polished, if it doesn't look super perfect, if it doesn't have like all these bells and whistles, it's not valid and people won't watch. I don't know if I agree with that because the algorithm, I don't know the whole algorithm. They're never going to tell us, but some things that get recommended to me look like something off TikTok that's like vertical video a couple years ago used to be considered amateurish, but now that it's TikTok times, all of a sudden YouTube is promoting vertical video, and some things are just really random, real like. And look, one of my videos that's really, really, really doing well is an edited video, right? But my other ones are live streams or just a somewhat edited video. So I actually a couple of my other videos that have more views were just things I filmed in the park, and it was a beautiful day. And I think we are getting so weird about everything being so perfect, having to look so curated, and I hate and I will not be curated. Like, I know some people, like, it gives them anxiety if they don't post like the perfect image on social media. I don't know. I'm not like that. So I was honest with people. I told them why I had cut my hair. It was because I had a tingle in henna. I'm not sure I will do henna again because of that experience. Personally, I loved henna for a long time, but I don't love it if it causes a weird tingle in my hair. I do think at the end of the day, it's because I mixed it with the conditioner. And, my mom is so interesting. She's like, you should just tell people you wanted to change. But I knew that wasn't true, okay? That's the thing about people in my family or just people I knew. They did not understand my super long hair journey, okay? They thought it was great that I cut my hair. Like, they just thought, oh, you'll have more time. Not necessarily. I still take time on my hair. It's just not as long, so I don't maybe take as much time, but I still spend time on my hair. And I know a lot of people didn't like me having a YouTube about hair or just anything related to social media. Like, some people, I get it. They don't want to be on social media. They want a super private life. And my mom and my family, they don't want to be on the internet. And that's fine. They don't have to be. I'm never going to make them be. But I think the thought was, my mom told me after I cut my hair, she said I should just forget my YouTube, not have a YouTube video. Like, she thought, like, if I got rid of my YouTube channel, life would be better. But it is not. Like, I like having a YouTube channel. But the only thing that I think the henna and the tangle and the weird, unhealthy fetish people taught me was this. That I want to do YouTube my way. And I always did it before, but even more so, like, there will be no hair flipping videos or, like, loose type videos. Like, I don't have to cater to anybody anymore. Like, I can just get on here and talk whenever I want. Or if I do a hair I can just come on here and share that, and I get to do that now, and I get to do it with fun, and I get to, like, kind of speak out against the curated video crowd. Like, does it sound like I hate them? No, I don't. I think curated videos look great. I've even made a few edited videos before, but I'm not edited video person, and I don't want to be, and I'm never going to be, and I'm not going to, like, restrict myself to some upload schedule. If I want to post something, I'll post it. If I want to talk, I'll talk. I don't need to be like, oh my gosh, this was not on my upload schedule, I better not post it. Like, or no, it's a live stream and it didn't look curated and I didn't have the perfect background or the perfect sounds. I just don't think that's healthy. So how do you go into daily life? Hi, how you doing? How do you live in daily life if this is how you're always feeling like, oh my gosh, Like, if you go out in the real world where you don't have this perfect background and this perfect filter, and people just are making small conversation, that's why I have a conversation on YouTube. It was always about blonde hair, and I still have blonde hair, but I think people who actually followed my channel noticed I just had a lot of conversations with you guys, and it was a lot of talking and just thoughts about life too. It was a couple other things. It wasn't just like I put all my art stuff and cooking more on my other channel, but like I do a lot of conversation on here, and that's how it's always going to be. And I want to talk about like things that happen in the world and my take on it, and yeah, and I'm going to keep doing that. And I hope that you do that in your own life. And I feel that's where there's been a lot of breakdown these days, is that people don't have real conversations with each other, or they do, and then the next day they act like it didn't happen. But real conversation will help you assess things in life. And I believe in being a truth seeker and being like candid and like open-minded and thinking things through. And I think the more you think things through, the better you'll feel. Like people say, oh, don't think too deeply about stuff, but maybe you should think deeply about stuff. You know, like that's kind of my thought on it. Maybe you should think about things. It's not always going to be like meditation and butterflies. Look, I love butterflies. I actually saw a beautiful butterfly yesterday. But I feel like, to me, the monarch butterfly, when I see it, it feels like a sign to me, just of beauty and nature and serenity, but in a more, like, visceral way, in a more real way, instead of just like, oh, like a curated background, film at this angle kind of way. So yeah, I have nothing against curated videos. I'm just not ever going to be posting always and only. You know what I really loved yesterday morning? Was walking in the sunlight. When I looked at that video, when I looked back, it was really beautiful that morning with like these with the sunrise, with the clouds being kind of pinkish. And it just cast this beautiful, like it just was really beautiful morning light. Like the morning lighting, like the lighting outside, and just wanting to do an impromptu live stream of that, I just thought, oh, it's so beautiful. And I love like the light that my braids, like how it kind of just casts my braids in like this beautiful natural light, something you could never get in the studio. Like, so I feel like if you just do a live stream or you make a video and you do what you want to do, it's going to be more beautiful and real than if you worry about like, because we do this all the time. We're always thinking like it's creators. And I think a lot of people are doing this too. They're looking at what somebody else is doing. Like, what is that thing that that other person's doing that's helping them get ahead? And, you know, maybe for them it works. Maybe being edited works for them. And for some people, they need to have like an upload schedule, or they need to have a very edited video. And it needs to look very professional and polished. But I don't think everything on YouTube is professional. I don't think everything in your life should be professional. Like, honestly, to me, the things that are professional are like, okay, if you're working in a field, like a career, or, yeah, I get if you're doing like an interview, like those things need to be professional. But I've never claimed that like what I do on YouTube is professional, because it's like more just about life and hair and thoughts. Like, not everything needs to be professional all the time. In fact, I kind of don't think that's healthy either, because I think that starts, I feel like that just starts going into the curated realm, because, like, I don't know. It's just like, I'm not in a business meeting. I'm not trying to sell something right now. If I was trying to sell something, like, let's say, like, let's be real. If my YouTube was a business, okay, and I was selling you a product, I don't know. If I was selling you, like real estate, like marketing 101, or I was selling you, like, some sort of hair product, then, yeah, I probably would need to be more curated and polished. But I think that's another thing, too. I'm not trying to sell anything, like, so why do I need to be that? I don't want to be that. This isn't a commercial channel. So, or even a business channel. I think if you are running those type of channels, but it's funny because even those channels, they want content that looks like just live streams. If you ever look, So I feel like things are a little bit more nuanced than people think. So yes, there is a professional element to certain types of videos, but even then, like even the professional companies want to look more like curated, not curated, but they want to look like more just like spontaneous live streams and whatnot. So I'm going to evolve as time goes on, but I'm going to do it in my own way. Like I'm not gonna feel pushed to do it. Like I'm just taking like when I have time off, I just take my time. I relax. I do it in a way that just makes me feel kind of calm. Like I don't want to push myself to do anything, so to speak. I don't know. So I decided I'm going to like slowly get ready. Like I thought earlier, I need to rush and get ready. I'm like, no. If I have the day off, I'm not rushing all the time because I do have enough in daily life where I have to always rush. And so I guess for me too, since like this channel, my other channel, they're like just kind of my thing that I do for creative expression and for fun. And yeah, it would be neat to have more sponsorships and whatnot, but I'm not gonna force myself to make certain kinds of videos just because sponsors might like those or viewership. Like some people have these ideas about what long hair is supposed to look like. Because at the end of the day, the people requesting these videos don't have long hair. And yeah, what's their right? So the unhealthy side of the hair fetish or any kind of like being too much focused on one thing is maybe you need more balance in your life, okay? Like maybe, like I don't know. Do hair fetish guys, the ones that say really stupid things on people's videos, do they have any form of self-reflection? If you do, here's some thoughts for you. Maybe you should apologize to people in the past where you went to their videos and said bad things to them about cutting their hair. Maybe you should say, you know what? I'm sorry I did that. I apologize. I didn't mean to be rude. And and please accept my apology. I'm not forcing you to, but maybe if you had some self-reflection or if it's about anything that you just kind of like gave somebody a hard time about on the internet because they changed something you didn't like, maybe it's time for you to have some self-reflection and think, do you think my random comment might have hurt them or been rude to them? And I know you might think, oh, a big YouTuber could not possibly be hurt by anybody's comment, but maybe something you said wasn't right. And maybe you could just say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry that I did that. That's growth, my friend. Being able to own things that you did that were wrong, that's growth. But not everybody can do it. And I'm not going to force you to do it. But once you're ready and you've grown a little, maybe you should do it. It might help you a lot. And it doesn't mean you can't like long hair anymore. There's nothing wrong with liking long hair. But is your long hair fetish keeping you from meeting somebody in real life that could be a good person? Like, I don't know. Like, and I know in some countries a lot of women have long hair, but do you respect her and her as a person, or do you just talk to her hair? Because there are some extreme cases, okay? And then I know trends are kind of changing where a lot of people are cutting their hair way shorter than I did and much more trendy. And I know, like, well, there was this, I guess, teenager in India, another example. Like, she cut her hair really short, but she had, like, the longest hair in the world. Like, she had, for a teenager. She's pretty tall, if I remember right. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records. And a lot of people were making kind of rude comments to her. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, I think long hair is great, but I think you need to stop bothering people if they cut their hair. You don't know why. Or if they did, a lot of people did want to change. Honestly, I didn't want to change. And I'm not going to pretend that I want something I didn't want. I'm always going to be, like, somewhat real. Like, I'm not real. Like, I haven't disclosed everything in my life. Because there's certain things that I will never disclose. It seems like has nothing to do with me. It just has to do with situations that I may have been like seeing, and those things I've never been specific about. So I'm just like whatever. But the thing I've lost a lot of tolerance for is people who are selfish. Like, if you're selfish, I just don't have time for that in my mind. Like, you are hypocrite city. And I just think, yeah, it's time to self-reflect and apologize. Like, but you see, the truly, how should I put it this way? I think the people who do that, I don't think they're always going to, though, because I think they feel that everything they do is correct, and they just don't have any kind of empathy or self-reflection. Those people won't. They're not going to be like, oh my God, like maybe I made a mistake. So yeah, no, I'm not going to cower. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to not post videos because like I cut some of my hair. I'm not going to say only women can be on my forum because I've met a lot of men who like long hair that are nice. If some are growing their hair long, I will talk to everyone because I'm not like gender biased. I'm not like I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't talk to you because you're a man and you might like my long hair for the wrong reasons, or I don't know. I just don't have time for any of that, any of those things. Like, and if other people want to do those things or like worry about why people like long hair, then they can. And I already knew another thing too is I think a lot of these guys, like somebody said, do watch like many women with long hair. I don't think like they're loyal to one channel. And I mean, at the end of the day, whatever, they don't have to be, but that's good. That's good that there's people with super long hair that you can go like watch their channel instead. If you just need to see somebody with like super long hair and that's all you want out of life, then more power to you. But another thing, do you know that person in real life? Is she your friend? Do you have a connection with her? So you can watch her videos till your hearts come home. But why don't you just try interact with people on a real level instead of just being fakey fake? There's all sorts of levels of fakey fake that I'm kind of calling out today. And do you want to be a real one or do you want to be a fake one? You have to think about that. The real people are going to hang out on my channel, and I don't care if you watch other channels. In fact, I encourage you to. I think it's great. Like, I've never felt like, oh my God, like, if you watch, I mean, I know some of them, but, whatever. That's actually good because there's a lot of women out there that are happy to film, like, some sort of custom video with their long hair in a way that I never was. And even though I did a few videos in the past, like hair flips and stuff, to be honest with you, I don't regret making those videos. Like, it was really pretty to see what my hair looked like in the sunlight. But if you notice, I haven't done a hair flip video in a very long time. And there's a reason, because women don't go around flipping their hair like that. And I don't like to. So I just decided, why would I? I just like to keep my hair, like, contained. I know, I'm boring. Man. So, like, I don't know, I'm just going to kind of curl the ends of my hair a little bit. And the way that it curls, it's kind of funny. I just kind of get it wet and wrap it around my finger, and then it dries, like, somewhat curly. It just does, like, it did that when it was longer, too. I think it was just harder to see because the tassel wasn't as big on my hair. One benefit to not having super long hair, and I do miss having super long hair, is that I have not bent down or stepped on my hair lately. Because that was a problem. Unless I wore my hair in a bun. Like, if I had it in a braid, like, I had stepped on my hair recently, and that just made me feel weird. Or bent down on it. Like, unless I had it up in a bun. So I guess that's one benefit, and I don't know. I'm sorry that my hair is not as super long as it once was, but am I sorry? I don't know. Not completely sorry, because actually, at the end of the day, I just feel so much like, okay, I still have long hair. I don't know what somebody would have to want from me out of life to be a happy person within themselves. And yeah, those are just my thoughts. I'm not going to shame you because you have a hair fetish. If you're rational about it and you're not rude about it, that's fine. But if you're like a prince, are you really a prince, by the way? Because I don't know. Are you really a prince? Because if you're a real prince, are you going to be coming to my video and telling me you hate haircut girls? Yeah, there was a guy, like, I don't know, Prince was in his keyword name thing, and he was telling me how he hated women who cut their hair. Yeah, because I don't think real princes are hanging out on Instagram, like trolling people's videos. I don't know. Just a thought. It's pretty funny though when you think about it that way. I'm like, are you a real prince, or do you just call yourself that? I don't know. There's absurdities to life that you just kind of have to laugh at, and I laugh at things like that. Some people will be like, "But that's not funny." But when you think about it, it is kind of funny. He's going around calling himself a prince, but he's like, "Oh, I hate haircut girls," and I'm like, maybe you hate yourself. I don't think you're a real prince. Do you want to be a prince? Maybe you should start living a better life. I don't know. See, we can have fun on this channel. I love having a sense of humor in my kind of nerdy way. But anyway, thanks for watching.